Welcome back, this RB Sensei. If you like this video at any point, be sure to like and make sure you comment. It's the only way we'll grow. Now let's get into this ridiculous nonsense.
Amelia Clark posted this photo to her Instagram. Shortly after, this tweet went viral. Hit the wall is a phrase used by men to describe the age at which a woman is no longer attractive. A similar tweet was made to Aubrey Plaza's appearance at the SAG Awards. These are some examples from People magazine covers of their sexiest man or women alive. All the people I'm about to show are within 5 years of age of each other. As you can see, Jennifer Aniston, no skin texture, but skin texture on The Rock. No skin texture, obvious skin texture. Same thing here, and it just goes on and on.
Yeah, you think?
Well, duh.
I could not for the life of me figure out why, but then when it hit me, I was just like, oh, of course.
Women find older, distinguished gentlemen sexy, and men don't find older, wrinkly women sexy.
You remember that, motherfucker?
It's basic biology. It's not a conspiracy theory. But let's continue. Maybe she'll say something profound.
Not a chance.
Men are so unaccustomed to seeing women looking visibly older. Like, somehow this is fine, but this is not fine. I will say, though, that the majority of these tweets are wildly supportive of these women. So people's attitudes, however slowly, are definitely changing. For the better.
Here's the thing. I don't think we should shame women for getting older. It's just biology. It's going to happen. Every woman is going to get older and get wrinkles. So I don't think we should make women feel bad unless they treated people like crap when they were young and hot. And then, hey, all bets are off. But even then, I'm not going to go out of my way to insult people. I got better things to do with my time. Well, I guess my channel is but that's different. This is for entertainment purpose and educational purposes. But in my regular life, I'm not going to go on social media and see some old chick and be like, oh, dang, you hit the wall.
Man, that's just mean. That's mean, man.
Yeah, I got better stuff to do with my time. But yeah, a big part of why women matter in entertainment is because they look a certain way. And the reason why men matter in entertainment is usually because they have some type of talent. I'm not saying some of these women don't have talent, but the looks play a huge part. I would say even more than the talent. With the men, it's mostly the talent. I just love how women start caring about stuff like not being shallow only when they're not going to benefit from the shallow ways of humanity. When they benefit from everybody being shallow, you don't hear them talking about, I'm a human, goddammit. You don't hear that. They're totally willing to reap the benefits of the world being shallow, when they're young and hot.
Isn't it ironic? Don't you think?
Okay, so it turns out hit the wall is an actual phrase that is being used by men. That means that women are no longer attractive when they hit this wall.
Right.
I really implore you to go and watch the rest of that video because she goes on to compare male and female celebrities in magazines and shows that even when they're close to the same age, a woman's photo will show no skin texture, whereas a man's photo will show his skin texture. We're seeing this everywhere, including in social media. We're using filters everywhere. And so we're at the point now where people see a woman in real life and don't understand that that's normal.
Okay, well, if women wanted to change, why don't you tell every older woman in the world to stop using filters? And then we'll have a more realistic expectation. But they're not going to do that because they're shallow and superficial. Definitely more shallow and superficial than most men are. So if you want this to change, ladies, get the message to the sisterhood.
So there is no wall, but there is a problem when we have airbrushed and filtered ourselves to this level of perfection. So there is no wall.
Really, nigga?
I had to replay that to make sure I heard that correctly. That's why I replayed.
When do you think you're gonna hit your wall realistically?
Oh, I literally have glowed up every single year. Like, every month I get hotter, so I don't believe in a wall.
Look, ladies, you don't have to personally believe it, but men believe it. And your results are going to differ the older you get. So you could deny reality all you want. It's not going to change reality. Women live their whole lives denying reality. Oh, I think he really likes me, even though he hasn't called me back in 2 weeks. He's probably just busy, or maybe something happened to him. They just lied to themselves their whole lives. I'm not going to hit a wall. I just keep getting hotter as I age. I'm going to be hotter at 60 than I was at 20. And you can't tell me any different. They think if they just stand on it, it's going to change reality. Maybe if they didn't base their whole identity on what they look like, then maybe they really wouldn't care about the wall once they hit it. because they would have a lot of other things going for them. Or they would have, started a family and have a bunch of kids who love them and respect them regardless of what they look like. And a husband who love them and respect them regardless of what they look like. No, they'd rather just go out and shake their butt at clubs and get pumped and dumped by chads. And they think it's going to last forever. It's kind of sad. Until you think about how bad most attractive women treat 80% of men, and then the sympathy just leaves your body. Like your soul leaving your body after you pass.
I think that's probably like 55.
What do you mean, wall?
It's all
Explain to me what
mentality,
you
like,
mean, wall.
unfortunately, like, when you're hot, you get so much more power. It sucks, but it's the truth.
Wall as in fertility window dies down, your looks fade, stuff like that.
Okay, I feel like 37, almost 40. I feel like the stigma is like 30. It's like when girls are supposed to be like, like you have to settle down.
Like, I don't base my worth on my fertility, so I think that probably like 60.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. Just use your common sense.
Recently figured out that I'm autistic. Well, last November.
I know, you base your worth off your ability to get jizzed on by Chad. It would have been much more honorable if you would have based your worth off your fertility and bring life into this world. The one thing men just can't do. It's your one superpower. And in a minute, that's going to go away because they're going to come up with a way, for men to have kids without a woman, a natural woman. Then what? And they're also coming up with realistic robots that we can get our groove on with. So then what use will we have for you then?
What? Like, you could give me 24 hours notice to answer that question?
What are you going to do when the robot broad is getting more attention at the club than you?
Awkward.
Even 70.
One could argue that a woman's most prized possession is her ability to reproduce, though.
Because I have a successful job in the business intelligence industry and I make my own money and my happiness doesn't stem from having children.
Mama say that happiness is from magic rays of sunshine that come down when you're feeling blue.
Lie to myself about being powerful, but I'm just toxic and bossy. And because of that, I'm alone. You can see how unhappy.
I like being alone. Like, I really do. I love being the buff in my house, eating my snacks, watching Law and Order.
Florida family law tip of the day. Governor DeSantis did sign the alimony reform bill yesterday, so effective today, July 1st, permanent alimony is a thing of the past in Florida. In addition, it limits the amount of alimony the recipient can get to their reasonable need or 35% of the difference of the parties' net incomes, whichever is less.
The top of the article is cut off, but yes, it says, Republican women say they will switch parties after DeSantis approves alimony law. So last Friday, Ron DeSantis signed a bill into law. It is SB 1416 that will get rid of permanent alimony payments.
There should have never been permanent alimony payments. Get a job, bitch. Get a job like everybody else has to do. It's disgusting that that was ever a law. If you want the man's protection and provision, stay with him and make it work with him. Or step your game up after divorce and go get you another provider.
There's a giant uproar from a group called First Wives Advocacy Group. It's a coalition of older women who say their lives will be upended without their alimony payments. The law allows a judge to reduce or terminate alimony payments based on a number of factors, like the age and health and economic impact on the person who's making the payments. Even if you're married for 20 years plus, you'll probably only get 75% of the term of the marriage. There's a quote in here from one of the women that says 3,000 women across the state of Florida are switching to Democrat and we will campaign against him forever.
Right, because women just want handouts. Even so-called conservative women, they all just want handouts. It's in their DNA to want a handout. Even boss chicks who make six figures want to find a man who make double six figures so he can pay all the bills.
You my right hand to God.
You shouldn't say that about a woman. Why can't you say women are wrong when they're wrong?
You want to be making moves on the street, have no attachments, allow nothing to be in your life that you cannot walk out on in 30 seconds flat.
Okay, first of all, I didn't miss the red flags. I looked at them and thought, damn, that's sexy. And that's my problem.